Wayne Voles, Profits Unlimited, coming to you live with another edition of Road Fuel on Turf's Up Radio. We're here at the GIE show. It's talking to my good friend Todd that I'd met about 4 minutes ago. And Todd's got a pretty unique system here that he was explaining to me. You walk by and it looks like a fuel pump. And he's got a company called Link 2 Pump, and I'll let him explain that to you. But he's told me some pretty cool things about it. And, you know, I'm going to let him tell you about the product and the advantage to the product. But what I quickly saw and thought before I even talked to him, they're tracking fuel not only for how much we're using, but they're going to tell me how much I'm using off-road so I can get that tax credit. And he's going to tell us more about that, because I know in working with contractors across the country, like I do coaching and consulting, a lot of guys are missing out on this credit. You know, we're buying fuel all the time, and we're not taking off that tax credit. But, hey, a credit is a dollar-for-dollar deduction. And that's why when you're paying based on your state, if you're paying 40 cents a gallon or $1 a gallon in fuel road taxes, and I'm not stealing all of Todd's thunder here, but man, it adds up over the course of a year, right, Todd?
Sure does. And to jump to the conclusion, you're exactly right. The fuel taxes that you're paying, that landscapers and contractors, they're buying on-road fuel, whether it be gas or diesel, and if they're using it in an off-road application like a lawnmower or a skid steer, they're entitled to that fuel tax rebate. And you're right, Wayne, a dollar for dollar. Some states are as high as 50, 60, 70 cents when you factor in state and federal rebate. But our system is a fuel management system. It can control up to 4 different pumps. So your drivers have to type in who they are, what vehicle they're fueling up, the mileage or the hours, and then it lets them have fuel. And then once they pump it, they hang up the nozzle, and within a minute, our unit has a SIM card in it, like a cell phone, and you beam it beams that data to the cloud, so your office personnel, your leadership, your CFO or CPA can see every transaction. So you know who, what, where, when, how much, how often, everything.
I noticed you said when you were giving me a little demo of this, they actually put their mileage in too.
Correct.
If the truck that's getting fuel.
If the vehicle that they're fueling up is a mileage vehicle, you type in the odometer, because most want to see miles per gallon.
Right.
If it's a hourly vehicle like a skid steer or a backhoe, you just type in the hours. But
yeah, so this is a great management tool that I get on the backside,
right.
Not just the money on the tax rebate. We'll call it a rebate.
Right.
You know,
miraculously, everybody that most people that we deal with call us the next year and say, hey, I've used less fuel. You know, it didn't walk away this year. They can account for it every drop, every person, every vehicle.
Absolutely. So what's the complexity, or how simple is it to use with an existing, you know, guy's got a pump already on site. He says, man, this is a great idea.
Right.
Do you all set it up, or does the end user set it up?
We don't. The last 2 years, every unit that I have sold, the end user has installed it. It's a very smart electrician can have it installed. It's 2 wires to the pump to control it, and 2 wires to the meter, so that we can mimic what the meter is reading, and you know how many gallons have gone. But it's an electrician in 3 hours, couple screwdrivers,
and a 12-pack.
A 12-pack.
There you get her done. No.
Yeah, exactly. It should be.
No, I hear you. Hey, it sounds really cool. And looking at it, it's sleek. It looks professional,
sure.
And I'm sure the reports that come out of it are professional.
Right. Well, I mean, we're a software company, so that's the best thing. Delineate us between. There's many products that will do this. We haven't found one that is as powerful on the software, specifically the fuel tax rebates. I mean, delineating between state to state.
So what does it give me? Does it give me like a monthly or weekly or
hourly? I mean,
any type of report I want that says, hey, you've used this many gallons of fuel?
As quickly as you want to type in on the computer, you can look at the last week, the last month, the last year, quarter versus quarter, anything. It downloads it into spreadsheets.
And I just give that to a CPA and
hand it, you're done.
And we're done with it.
This conversation has lasted longer than it would take you to file for a fuel tax rebate. That's how quickly you could do it.
Sounds like an awesome product, man.
Yep. I hope so. We're doing well. We're doing well with the guys the companies like landscapers, like construction, concrete, garbage, companies that are using fuel, on-road fuel in an off-road application. And if you're doing mowing, if you're doing a backhoe, if you're doing any of that, you're giving away money that will more than pay. Our system will pay for itself in 4 or 5 months.
I gotcha.
The rest of the year is pure profit to you. The following year, we're just going to charge you a software fee, so it'll be 10 months of profit for you.
I got you. So it's more than paying for itself.
More, it's a money. I'm not selling you a fuel. This is basically an ATM. It's just spitting out money to you if you utilize those rebates.
That's an awesome way to do it.
Exactly.
Hey, and I like the road fuel part because that's what we're doing. This is the Turfs Up Radio road fuel. So how could they possibly go wrong, right?
Exactly. If they take advantage of it, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like you said, this isn't for everybody. It's got to be somebody with on-site fuel.
Or on-site fuel. Our unit can control up to 4 different pumps. So if you have, most of our landscapers have on-road or have diesel, have gas, and have the 2-cycle. So they have 3. Some of our larger ones have DEF as a 4th. So our unit will control 4 different pumps at the same time.
At the same time, so you don't have to invest in 4 units to make this happen.
And if you have multiple locations or multiple units, you need a couple of these if you do, but they all sync into one. I have several contractors that have multiple states.
Okay.
But they all sync into one website, and you can see every tank level, you can see every operator. All the operators can go to every different place. It's in the cloud, off the clipboard, into the cloud.
Sounds like we found a winner here with Link to Pump, man. Todd, appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. And what's your website? If somebody wants to take a look at it or get a hold of you?
Right. Link2pump.com. So LINK, the number 2, and then pump, P-U-M-P. Link2pump.com.
Appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you.
Wayne Voles, another road fuel, Turfs Up Radio, coming to you live from the GIE Expo in Louisville, Kentucky. Talk to you later.